Hello everyone, this is Rachel from Sweet Bee Paper Co. I am here with another Sweet Bee Challenge video. Sweet Bee Challenge is a challenge hosted by me. Every month we have a different theme. For January, we are doing the color blue. So I have some blue paper and some blue butterflies, and I have an idea to make a little pocket. You could either put in your journal or send to your pen pal with some happy mail. But if you want to participate in Sweet Bee Challenge, I will link the video below you can check out for the month. And let me know if you are going to participate, because it's open to anyone. You can make as many blue things as you want to participate in. We are pretty laid back, the Sweet Bee Challenge now. But let's get started. So this was my little test subject, I guess, to see how I wanted to make these. I've seen a few people do tutorials on these, and I will link the one I have seen recently, but they're really easy little pockets, and you're using a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. The sides and the top flip open, and there you go. So I decorated this one. I put a little spot to maybe journal on or write something to your pen pal on. And there's two little pockets so you can send some stickers or some tags in there. And these work out really perfectly because this is a 3 by 4 card and it fits right in there. So you could decorate these however you like, do different types of closures on them. They are really cute. Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah shows several different ways you can do closures for these too, but they're so cute. So that is what I want to make for this. I'll obviously link her tutorial below, but I will show you how I use my scoreboard to make this, because I can't fold straight for anything. But you also don't need to use a scoreboard for this if you don't want to. So this is the paper I'm using. It's light blue with these really light cream flower and leaves on there, and then the back is like a cream, it's almost actually green with black little sprigs of florals. This is from a DCWV paper pack I found at Joann Fabrics called Cotton Fields. I love this pack. The papers are absolutely beautiful in it. So basically what you're doing is scoring your sheet of paper into thirds, vertically and horizontally. So you will score at 4 inches and at 8 inches, and then you'll turn your sheet of paper so it's sideways. If your paper doesn't have like a designated top or bottom, then this really doesn't apply. Okay, so now you will score the same at 4 inches and at 8 inches. So at this point, what you're going to cut out are the 4 corners. So you'll just cut on your score lines. So then we'll just cut out the other 3 corners. Okay, so I've got all 4 corners cut out. So then, depending on which way is that you want, like your outside or your inside, you can go ahead and start folding them in. And I will show you how to make this little pocket down here. Okay, so for the pocket, what you want to do, and this is what I did on the other one, is I cut this at 2 inches across. So just cut this in half, or you can use your paper trimmer. There we go. So we've got a cute little pocket. And then if you want to have another pocket there, I think I just cut this one in half again, or right above a half. So let's see. I think I did 1 3/4 for the bottom pocket. There we go. And then I've seen a couple people do this to get your thumb holes to be matchy match. Just line up your paper and punch them out at the same time. So there we go. So we've got, let me straighten mine out a little bit. Okay, so there are our pockets. So what I also do at this step is kind of trim some of these, because we cut on those score lines, so they're not always completely perfect. And when you're folding them, you can kind of feel sometimes maybe it's got a little bit of excess on there, or it's not laying down properly, or you can't fold it down. So what I like to do is just kind of trim off little slivers at a time, basically, and then test them and see if we're getting them to lay down better. Then just take off little bits at a time. So like this bottom one is kind of hanging over the edge. That's better there. And then when I fold this one over, so you could do the left side down first or the right side down first. That's entirely up to you. And I might actually trim the pocket a little bit, but first I want to trim the left side. And you could also use your paper trimmer for this too. Since I'm just doing little bits, I'm just going to use my scissors. That way everything will kind of lay down a little bit better when you fold it. But if everything is laying down perfectly for you now, then you don't need to do this step. Well, so I trimmed a little too much, but that's okay. This one's all right. So now I definitely want to trim just a little bit off the top. There we go, folding up a lot nicer. And since I trimmed the pocket on the inside, I'm also going to trim this one. So now this step is also optional, but before you start gluing and decorating, I would go ahead and ink up your edges if you want to. I'm also going to round the outside corners. That's optional too. I just kind of like the way it looks. So also if you're using a directional paper, so now when I fold this down, my floral pattern is going down. So I should have switched it over and used this as the top flat, but it's okay because we'll be decorating the front. But just in case you are thinking about using a paper that's directional. So I'm going to ink everything up and be right back. Okay, I've got everything inked up. Also, don't forget to ink up your creases. I really think that adds a nice element to your projects. So let's get our pockets glued down. I am using the Barely Arts Precision Craft, is it Precision? Yeah, Precision Craft Glue. I love this one. So I'm just adding so on this one, obviously since it's fold up, I just added glue on the side. So on the smaller pocket, we'll do the sides, thin line down the sides and the bottom. That looks so pretty. So with your 4 corners that you cut off, You could make little tags to include in here, or maybe punch circles out or squares out, or use them to decorate the inside with too. So I will probably do that. Make a little matching journaling card to put in there. Maybe punch out a little tag. I'm not sure. This paper looks so pretty inked up. Gorgeous. So I'm going to get this decorated. You can really do whatever you want on these. I would try to keep them as flat as possible so that it doesn't create like so much bulk you can't close it. Kind of like what I did with this one. Everything is glued down. I don't have anything mounted or used any foam on the sides too. So I would just try to keep it pretty flat. And then if you want something raised up a little bit more, I would do that on the front there. So yeah, I'm going to get this decorated and bring you back when I'm done, and then we'll put the closure on. Okay, I've got it all decorated. So now I want to add the closure on the front. So what I did was take some embroidery floss and glue it down on the back and just put a little piece of cardstock on top of it. So I punched out a 1/2 inch circle with my punch and a star, 2 pieces of cardstock, and glued them together. I'm not sure which one I want to use yet. They both look really cute. Let's use the star. It's smaller, but if I have any problems with it, then we'll switch to the circle. And then I've got 2 different brads out. These are the tiny ones, and then I have these bigger gold ones. I thought the gold might be pretty with the butterfly. I think the bigger gold looks better with the circle, so I'm going to go with the small one. So the way I did this on the other one was just hold the star where I wanted it and just punched through. You could probably use a crocodile for this too. There's my hole for this and this. Put it through here. And I don't want it to be very tight. We'll just make sure we do it really loose. There we go. That's really cute. And of course I cut too much of this. I'm going to trim it off. So on the inside to cover the brad, I've just got a little sentiment. I made a whole bunch of these last night with my like typewriter. I don't think they're really typewriter stamp set, but a stamp set I think I got at Hobby Lobby that they lock together. I'll show you those in a second. Let's get this glued down. Put quite a bit of glue on it. This is the stamp set, alphabet stamps. Yeah, Hobby Lobby. I didn't pay $20 for these. I waited until they had a sale on their stamps, or it was when I could still use the 40% off coupon, which they don't do anymore. So you could put a charm on the end of this too. That would be really cute. So let me show you what it looks like. I put some lace on the front, and I used that Fabri-Tac or Beacon glue. I didn't use as much, so I can still see where it's shiny, but it's not like as horrible. And one of these blue gorgeous butterflies. I really like the little star. That's so cute. So here's the top flap. We kind of already looked at that a little bit. So I didn't want to go too overboard with blue, but I wanted to kind of put a little bit of blue on each page. There we go. So I've got a couple of tags in here and a little flower piece. So you can put a few things in your little pockets and still be all right. Yeah, I love how it looks. I am loving using some blue elements, like to make sure I use blue elements in things that I make. For the Sweet Bee Challenge, like I said, if you participate and you do a video, let me know in the comments below. Use hashtag Sweet Bee Challenge in your title. So if we do a search, we can find it easy too. If you post on Instagram, make sure you use the hashtag Sweet Bee Challenge. But yeah, I love this little butterfly on there. This is so cute. So like I said earlier, we could paste this into a journal. You could send this in a letter to a pen pal. Be so cute. But if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.